buying a home is expensive, but there are options to make buying a home more attainable. And one of those options is having a cosigner. So why and when would you need a cosigner, and how can that help you make your home buying dream become a reality? Well, your mortgage lady, Gracen Watts, is here to help. Welcome, Gracen.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. All right, when is it a good time to consider a cosigner? Who's a good candidate for this?
So with prices in Charleston kind of going out of the market, I mean, they're like skyrocketing.
Yeah.
There are a lot of first-time home buyers out there who can't afford to get into the market. So if somebody has trouble, if they have a cosigner, a parent or a grandparent or somebody like that who has good credit and income, that's always a good idea. There's a misconception. A lot of people think that you can have a cosigner to help your credit. That's not a thing. So what we do is we use the lowest of the two credit scores.
Okay.
So if somebody has a 620 and then the cosigner has a 500, that's no help. But I did that wrong.
No,
I did that wrong.
Do you want to just go from the top? Just change the camera shot to when go back wide. Just leave it like this because she was just on the close-up for that, right? And we can just cut it where. Okay. Do you remember the last thing you said that you liked? Oh, you can say there's a misconception.
Okay.
Let's start with that.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
There's a misconception about cosigners. A lot of people think that you can use a cosigner to help your credit, and you can't because we use the lower of the two. So if the main borrower has a 620 and the co-borrower has a 700, we're going to use the 620. So it doesn't help for credit-wise. It helps for income.
Okay.
So if the income is not quite there and the debt ratio is too high, you can add the extra income of the co-borrower to make it approve. And the good thing about having a co-signer is that down the road when you have the right income or maybe you've paid off your debt or whatever, you can remove them by a refinance. And sometimes you can remove them without a refinance, but you know, you could get them off there later.
Okay. Are there any cons to having cosigners?
The only thing that I would say is it's a con for the cosigner because it's going to be on their credit.
Okay.
So it could limit them from getting something down the road if it messes up their debt ratio. But if it's a temporary situation and you can just say, I will get you off of here in a year or whatever, then, and you know, it's probably a family member anyway.
Yeah.
Then there's probably some trust involved.
Yeah.
Then, you know, it's temporary.
Yeah. Is there a maximum amount of cosigners that you can have?
No, you could have more. You could have more.
Okay.
A lot of times people will do their father and their mother.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be that way. But yeah, it's a great way to get into this crazy market where, I mean, gosh, in the 300s, I think that's the tight,
the sweet spot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the tight area right now.
Yeah.
To get to a $300,000 purchase price, you really got to go outside of town or townhouse condo or something. But that's the Mac Daddy sweet spot for price.
Yeah. Anything else that the primary person who wants to buy the home who may not have that income, anything else they should know about this?
Well, I would say if you don't have the cosigner option, be careful with your purchases. Large purchases, you know, it's a lot easier to get a car loan than it is to get a house loan. So if you're thinking about making a house purchase, put off the car purchase as long as you can until after we close. Also things like furniture and, you know, all that consumer debt, those kind of things, you got to put them off until you can get into the house. Okay. Especially if you're limited on income.
Definitely. Yeah. All right. Gracen, thank you so much for being here. How can people contact you for help?
So our company website is mintgroupmortgage.com.
Perfect.
And you can go directly to me if you go to yourmortgagelady.com.
Amazing.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Well, happy to help.
Yeah, this is a big help for a lot of people out there. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.